What is good, my Rags and Fitness people, my Rags and Fitness folks, my Rags and Fitness fam? It is your man Rags, back off up in this thing. And when I tell you I'm up in it, I'm talking about I'm knee deep, all the way off up in it. Hey guys, let's do ourselves a favor like we always say, man, and let's keep God first, right? Let's keep him first, man, in everything that we do. And for all of my Crimson Tide football fans, can I please get a roll, tide, roll, baby? Hey guys, Rags is back off up in this thing. I told you before, I'm back off in this building. Hey guys, I just want to come in here and touch bases with you, right? And talk some Alabama Crimson Tide football. Lately, we've been talking a lot of Alabama Crimson Tide football because we've been having a lot of changes going on. I mean, you get one guy and another guy leave, right? Whether it's a recruit or whether it's a coach, right? So I'm going to eventually get back to talking about other teams, but this is a primary Alabama Crimson Tide football channel. I'm going to talk about a lot of other stuff, guys. We're going to talk about football. We might even go into NASCAR. We might go to car meets, right? But that's what we're going to do here on Rags and Fitness Channel. But guys, kind of got off topic. Guys, I want to sit here, man. I want to talk about this guy, Mr. Nick Sheridan, right? Now, we all know that Kalen DeBoer has named an offensive coordinator along with the co-offensive coordinator, right? But let's talk about the main guy, right? The offensive coordinator, Nick Sheridan. From what we know, this is going to be the guy that's going to probably call majority of the plays for Alabama in the 2024 football season, right? So, with all that being said, I just want to talk about a little bit of his background. And I'm going to read from here, right here on my computer, right? What we know about Mr. Nick Sheridan, right? And hey, if you don't know, let Rags give you a little bit of insight on this guy, right? So let's talk about his coaching career. First of all, let's just talk about this guy, period, man. This guy was born on May 21st, 1988. He's a young guy, man. He's an American football coach, quarterback, who used to play with the Michigan Wolverines, right? So let's talk about his playing career real quick, briefly, right? Sheridan walked on to Michigan as a quarterback in 2006. He earned a scholarship his junior year and started 4 games in 2008. Sheridan graduated Michigan in 2010 with a degree in political science. Old political science Sheridan is what we're going to call him, right? So let's talk about a little bit of his coaching career. We're going to make this kind of short too, guys, right? After graduating from Michigan, Sheridan took a coaching position at his alma mater, Saline High School. He coached quarterbacks at Saline for 1 year before leaving to join Willard Taggart's coaching staff at Western Kentucky. So that was a nice little jump right there, man. Going from a quarterbacks coach at a high school to joining a Western Kentucky team, right? With Mr. Willard Taggart, right? As a graduate assistant in 2011, he was promoted to passing coordinator and quarterbacks coach in 2012. He served in the same capacity at South Florida in 2013 after Taggart was named the head coach there. So we can see that this guy kind of followed with Willie Taggart a little bit, right? He was fired after one season at South Florida, along with South Florida offensive coordinator Walt Wells. That's not good at all, guys. That's not what we want to hear. He was hired to be a graduate assistant at Tennessee in 2014 following his termination from South Florida. Oh, God, I don't know about that. This is already not sounding right. Okay, he coached at Tennessee for 4 seasons before being named the quarterbacks coach at Indiana in 2017. He switched to tight ends coach in 2019 after offensive coordinator and tight ends coach Mike DeBoer retired, and Fresno State offensive coordinator Kalen DeBoer was named the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. He was named the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the 2020 season after DeBoer departed to be the head coach at Fresno State. It says Sheridan was terminated by Indiana on November 28, 2021. Sheridan was hired by the Washington Huskies on December 14th, 2021. So this guy's been getting fired, man. I mean, come on, let's talk about the elephant in the room real quick. I mean, I've seen a few firings on here, guys. Like this guy, it ain't like he left to go to a new program or nothing like that. I see some firings going on, but let's not talk about that because I know everybody we want to stay optimistic. We want to we want to have a good light of this guy coming in for this 2024 season, right? Wow. Okay, so that right there was pretty much the rundown of that guy, man. I don't want to make this video long, but we just read it there ourselves, guys. I mean, that's how many firings was that? 3 or 4? To his defense, he didn't have the talent that he's going to have on his Alabama offense, right? So, hey, we know that he was got the ability to play calls. They say he was a passing coordinator, um, and the quarterback coach of Western Kentucky for a little while, right? So let's see. Not Western Kentucky. My fault. Let's see. That was South Florida. Well, I think he was promoted at Western Kentucky and South Florida. Okay, guys, that's enough of Mr. Nick Sheridan, guys. I don't want to talk about no more people getting fired, guys. Hey, I don't wish firing on no one, right? So let's switch gears a little bit, guys, and let's talk about some transfer portal stuff that's going on, guys. And we got this guy. Now he's transferring from the University of Michigan, right? He's a Wolverine. Well, he was a Wolverine before he entered the transfer portal. His name is Keon Sabb, right? He's from what I'm seeing, he's a secondary guy. I think he's primarily a safety, right? And from what I'm hearing, a lot of guys, it's a lot of noise out there from an Alabama fan base saying, hey, this guy could end up at Alabama. He very well could, right? Especially with Mr. Courtney Morgan out there parading around, right? Courtney Morgan and Mr. Maurice Linguist out there parading around. They could have this guy on their radar right now. So let's talk about this guy, man. First of all, Mr. Keon Sabb, man, he's a safety. What they got him listed at right here, right? 6'1", 208 pounds. And this is also, I'm getting a little bit of this information from 247 Sports. And guys, sometimes they're, I don't know. But they got him rated as a safety, 6'1", 208 pounds out of, he went to IMG Academy, which we all know that's in Bratton, Florida. They got him rated as a 4-star transfer portal guy, right? And let's go look at a little bit more information on this guy. They say the University of Michigan safety, Keon, yeah, he is a safety. Keon Sabb entered the portal Friday, right? Sabb appeared in 14 games last season for a Wolverines team that went undefeated and won the national championship, the only undefeated team that was out there left, right? Recording 28 tackles and 2 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown. His decision to explore other options within the transfer portal comes after head coach Jim Harbaugh left Michigan to return to the NFL as head coach of the LA Chargers last month, right? They say here, the 6'1" defensive back from Glassboro, New Jersey, I know what that said, I've been there a few times, right? Was rated as a 4-star prospect by 247 Sports and the number 96 overall player and 10th safety in his recruiting class, right? He appeared in 4 games as a freshman and didn't accrue any stats, but he became a much bigger part of the Michigan defense as a sophomore in 2023. Although Sabb never established himself as an unquestioned full-time starter for the Wolverines, he had one of the best games in college football, playoff national championship games against Washington, recording a career-high 6 tackles and 2 pass breakups. So, guys, when the lights was the brightest, this guy showed up, right? That's what you want in a player. Now, what they're saying here in this article that I just read from Bleacher Report, let me get a shout out to Bleacher Report, right? This guy wasn't just that set starter for the University of Michigan, right? But he was a guy that came in, he played his role, and he made some noise when he did it, right? Like I said, the big game, the big stage against Washington, man. This guy showed up, right? He had some turnovers. He did what he needed to do. Is this something? This is the question right here. Is this something we can use at the University of Alabama? And you know it is. We most definitely can use as much depth, especially than anything out there right now. We need the depth because we was depleted with that little exodus that went on with a lot of these guys. You know, the upset that Nick Saban left, man, and that's understandable, right? they wanted to go to another program and see if they can try their luck there, right? But guys, like I say, for the most part, I wanted to just tune in with you guys, man. I haven't talked to you in a few days, and I want to get more consistent with talking to you. And like I said, man, I mean, it's interesting, man. When you see this Nick Sheridan guy, he's I mean, we just talked about it ourselves. We talked about like 3 different instances he was fired, man. And hopefully Mr. Kalen DeBoer can get him on the right track, right? Um the narrative everybody is spitting out right there. Hey, this is Kalen DeBoer's offense. This guy's gonna come in and run Kalen DeBoer's offense and this and that. And Kalen DeBoer is gonna call the plays and all of this. Well, if Kalen DeBoer was gonna call the plays, he wouldn't have named the offensive coordinator right now, right? So he may put his trust in Nick Sheridan, and hopefully Nick Sheridan can be dependable, right? That's what we need, a dependable offensive coordinator that know how to call plays at the right time. It's all about play calling, guys. It's system and all of that stuff, that's all good, right? But if you don't have someone who's calling great plays and within that system, it's just a system. You have to have great play callers, right? And hey, we got Nick Sheridan, guys. So all my Alabama Nation, man, buckle up because it's gonna be an interesting season this season, man. Hey, we got Mr. Jamarcus Shepard that's going to be helping him out a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit more further in for a little bit more further into Jamarcus Shepard on on another video, right? I don't want to talk about him too much right now. We're gonna keep the main thing, because that's all I've been hearing all week is Nick Sheridan. It's going to be the offensive coordinator. He's going to share a few of the duties with Jamarcus Shepard, because Jamarcus Shepard is known to be a play caller himself, right? Or a pass coordinator, put it like that. So, guys, with all that being said, man, hopefully everything go good for us, right? This video is getting too long. So let me tell you something, man. Look into the deeps of my eyes. I know you don't want me to go nowhere. I know you don't want me gone, but I got to get on up out of here, man. I got to go quick. The kids up there looking for me. They ready for me. They want to play. They want their father. They want to come upstairs and play with them. So, guys, with all that being said, old Red's got to get out of here already. Yeah.